Today's morning show is being brought to you by
at Golden Nugget Laughlin. Experience a new kind of reward. Sign up for the 24 Karat Select Club today.
Good Tuesday morning to you all. Hope you are enjoying. It's kind of nice out this morning. It's not as chilly as it has been.
Beautiful.
And here I am saying, yes, I can't wait for the 70s at the end of the week. But you know what that means?
Jackets.
Yeah, in the morning. I don't know. Can never be happy. There's never really a happy medium, is there?
Well, I was just thinking to myself that maybe we should change it from Manic Monday to Manic Tuesday. Because it seems like all of us have like a million things going on, and it's hard sometimes.
It is, especially for poor Joe back there.
I know.
We like to inadvertently drive him crazy.
I wouldn't say it's inadvertently. For me, and you, I'm kidding. I'm teasing.
How are you, Chad?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks.
Yeah, Joe, good night.
Well, I'm not sure how I hit it, but I have like a bunch of wood that my bed's built out of, and somehow I bumped my eye on something, and it wasn't very pleasant. The way to wake up.
Your bed is built out of wood?
Well, I have like it's a dresser underneath it. And
okay.
Like I didn't build it, but somebody
really
did.
very rustic. Well,
I
I'm
should have
sorry to
just
hear
looked at that and like, yeah, I built it.
Hey, good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. Hey, we got the memo.
We did, I know. We're the cool kids.
Now I have to see what Joe's wearing because I don't remember.
We're wearing polos.
Boo, I'm not.
Wait, you're not?
I thought you were going to be like my
actual flannel.
Flannel partner in crime.
Give him a few minutes. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I wish I brought that shirt with me.
My favorite's still the tourist shirt.
Oh, the tourist shirt.
Oh, the Hawaiian shirt?
Yeah.
Love it.
So, hey, Chad, Chris, what were you talking about this morning, that everything was pitch dark outside?
Oh, no. Okay, so I came in like really early at like 6 a.m. and when I got out of my truck, now I'm walking across the parking lot to the studio, and the lights all went off. I guess they're not programmed for the new season or winter. I don't know what you want to call it. But when I was walking across, all of the lights went off, and I was like, "Oh no!" So I, you start walking a little faster. So I start walking a little faster to the front door. I unlocked it, got in, and when I turned around to lock it, all of the lights at the doors went off. I was like,
"Are you kidding?"
It's like straight out of a horror movie.
Yeah, it was
that
the
is scary.
weirdest thing.
Was Jason Voorhees in the parking lot?
Yeah, right.
Richard Crawley.
Because when it's
Victor
dark
Crawley.
here,
It's dark.
it's dark. I mean, it's dark.
Yeah.
Dark.
Especially when you end up coming in an hour early because of the time change, which is coming up.
Oh, no,
Oh gosh,
don't
when
warn
is that?
me.
Next week or something?
I think so. I'll double check it out. That way we can get the
I might end up coming in here at 5 a.m.
For those
I did it so many times.
I've
Yes.
been here at 4:30 before.
Oh, I feel for you.
For
November
those of
3rd,
you
so
who
it's a little
are
ways
watching
away.
from outside of the area, if you're outside of the tri-state, what we're referring to is, there's a little bit of a time difference here. We stay in the Pacific Standard Time, but Arizona, they don't have the daylight savings time, so they are in Mountain Standard. So our friends in Needles, they stay on the same time schedule as us. So Nevada and California, we all stay the same, but Arizona will be an hour behind us.
Ahead.
Ahead, I'm sorry. We
But
will be
no.
an hour behind.
I thought that they changed the law in California.
California, there's a rumor of California.
But they
They've-
haven't done it
They
yet.
Oh,
vote-
gotcha.
yeah, they haven't done it, but they voted to stay what Arizona has.
Yeah,
no,
but
I
not
thought it was
Mountain
no. They
Arizona-
voted to stay on Pacific time.
Oh, I thought they wanted Mountain Time.
They can't. They're not. They're
Yeah,
on
they're
the
not on the
Pacific
mountain.
Ocean. They're the furthest west you can go.
Right, they were going to not
Oh, that's gonna make it even
recognize
worse.
daylight savings time.
Which would keep them an hour behind Arizona year round, right?
right.
Now it sounds like you're gonna have California, Nevada, and Arizona time, 3 different
just-
time zones.
It's so crazy, and it's just, it affects all of us here,
Man.
clearly. Oh, well, is it on Arizona time or is it on Nevada time? And as you can imagine, there are a lot of places that can relate to being in a tri-state area, like the actual tri-state over in New York, New Jersey, but they don't have that time difference thing, so you can imagine it does get to be a little bit tricky when planning events and having meetings and stuff, and you're like, wait, are they an hour ahead or are they an hour behind?
So when California, if California goes through with the time change, they'll spend 6 months of the year at the same time as Nevada, and 6 months at the same time as Arizona.
Doesn't help us.
No, wait,
any.
no, they won't. 6 months at the same time as Nevada, always an hour behind Arizona.
All I know is it's confusing,
Super
and
confusing.
nobody likes it. I don't know of anybody who says, yes, I can't wait for daylight savings time.
Sadly, someone's gonna
Although
comment
once
it.
we get in the habit of it, us in Arizona, it feels like we're sleeping in an hour later if we don't wake up
no.
an hour early.
For Arizona people.
Yeah.
No, you get up early, like, oh, God, forget
Yeah,
it.
'cause
I'm done with talking about this.
Oh,
Please,
okay.
yeah.
You know what we're not done with yet?
Hmm.
Mosquitoes.
Oh, mosquitoes.
I haven't seen any. Why
I-
does everyone keep saying there's mosquitoes?
Well, apparently there are, and that's why I'm going to read this quickly. The Mojave County Health Department said that their surveillance indicated that there's still a problem, and of course it's down in River Valley, and they will be conducting fogging yet again. And it seems odd that we're nearing the middle of October here, but then again, it's going to be 97, I think, today. So we don't get frost generally here, ladies
What's
and
that?
gentlemen. So the mosquitoes are here.
You know, the one time we did have frost, I remember leaving for work and my windows frosted up, and I don't know if it froze, but I could not get I could not get it off, and I used my windshield wipers, and that made it worse.
You're supposed to.
No, I didn't use the water or anything. I guess when I was just trying to wipe the water off, I guess it I don't know, it was weird. It made ice on the window.
Well, if you remember, when Kingman got like 3 feet of snow earlier this year.
I remember that.
And Laughlin, we didn't get any snow, but we had frost that day.
Yeah.
And somebody had posted a picture of scraping it off with their player's card. It works. I did it too. But it was just so bizarre to see that here. So anyway.
And I think I don't know if this one's true. I feel like a viewer sent me this was you get a bag, one of those Ziplocs, and you put hot water in it, and you drag it across your window, and it will defrost your windows too. I don't know if that's true. I feel like someone sent me that, but
I don't know.
somebody comment
But-
that if you've
but
done it.
Is this if you don't have a defroster in your vehicle?
I guess if you don't have one of those scraping. No, from what I saw is when you do it with the big Ziplocs with hot water,
It's
it
quick?
wiped it and everything. It looked magically perfect, I guess.
So what I had in Montana, it looked like a little kid's shovel that goes with like a pail. Only it had a heater that came out of it, and I just drag it along and it'd scoop it right off like a knife through butter.
Oh, well,
Wow.
that made things easy.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm laughing to myself here because I love social media sometimes, because you see these little videos that just, you can't believe they're out there. And we were talking about windshield wipers and everything, and there's this video, and I have no idea if any of you will recognize what I'm talking about, but somebody is driving by this car that it's in a downpour, right? And the windshield wipers on the car next to them apparently are not working.
Oh no.
So,
That's scary.
wait, a passenger in the rear tied some sort of string or towel or I don't know, a shirt or something to the end of the windshield wiper, and as they're driving, he's pulling
That's funny.
And the guy who's filming it is laughing, and he's like, no, no, and it just made me laugh. But I'm sure you've seen it circulate because you guys are on social media more than I am. And I don't know, I saw it. It popped up
it sounds
twice.
familiar. I think I have seen that. Now, a personal story, during monsoon season one year, we had such a downpour. It was like massive. And I was driving back from Fort Mojave area. I had good, brand new windshield wipers on my car, but I still had to pull over into the like shopping center of one of the major outlets. Oh my gosh!
Nope, that's not
it's
it. That's a
totally
different one.
different.
No, that's a different one altogether.
But it was raining so hard that I still had to pull over and park until the rain settled down. So my friend and I were sitting in the car playing cards in the parking lot, waiting for the rain to go away.
Isn't that funny? I think we all have windshield wiper stories. My favorite car ever in my life, I had this beautiful car, this BMW that I was just so proud of. It was so pretty, and it was 2 years old when I bought it, and it was a lemon, ladies and gentlemen, but I would not admit that. Everybody told me not to buy it, but I wanted it because it was pretty, and anyway, every time it would rain, the windshield wipers would literally just stop, and it would usually happen while I was doing about 65 on the freeway, and they would just stop and get stuck, like right there. I would have to pull over. I brought it back to the dealer, and they said there's no possible way that could happen. So they took the car, they took it out in the rain. Of course it didn't happen. So this went on and on and on. They never did find out what it was, but I swear that car, you know the movie Christine? It was like that. The lights would come on in the middle of the night, they'd start flashing.
They were probably thinking you were that person who, like, one day you were making a right-hand turn, you heard a loud thud. And then you make a left-hand turn, you heard another thud. So you take it to the dealership and they find a bowling ball in the trunk.
Yeah, I know. That's probably what they were thinking. But anyway, it was funny. Oh, so just getting back to this quickly about the mosquitoes. Fogging will take place on Thursday night around 8 o'clock. And it's Laguna Road from Mountain View to Vanderslice and south to Maverick, so it's right around River Valley High School. And they will also be fogging Quail Run Development, the business and residential area on the southeast corner of Mountain View and Courtright, and south of Courtright to Cheyenne Drive, and east and west between View Lane and Ranchero Lane. And if I'm sure you know, if you're paying attention to this from here, you know exactly the area we're talking about, but you could always go to the Mojave County's website if you're unsure of where the fogging will take place. But again, it's in the immediate River Valley area. So that's that. Well, we have news coming up for you today, and you know, I think, Chad, are we going to have Jackie Mazzeo on tomorrow?
Yeah, she's going to come in tomorrow and do a segment with us about the
Best in the Desert.
Yes.
That is, everybody's talking about that. It's going to be quite the event this weekend, of course, for all of you off-road enthusiasts.
Well, in all the years that I've been here, I have not actually attended one, and I might this year.
I'm absolutely going.
Yeah, I was going to say we should all go together.
Take to the road.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, and they will be taking to the off-road. But, yeah, there are people coming in from all over. It's going to be a very, very busy weekend down here.
Oh, it absolutely is. And you guys just, I'm sure, do you know if they're closing the Needles Highway for the event?
This one's the boys and girls, or?
No.
No, I'm sure that they will be, but I'm not going to
if they
commit
do,
to
just
it yet. Of course,
you guys.
Yes, and we'll put it out on our website as well. But they did last year, so I can't imagine that they wouldn't again this
They
year.
normally put one of those warning signs out the day or so before.
Which is kind of crazy. You would think that they would do it a few days before,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Like they do with the bridge check and stuff like that.
What? Okay.
Oh, like they do with applying sealant to the roads?
Well, sometimes.
That they've learned how to do that?
No, they didn't learn this time still. Did you see the photo?
Well, I don't know. Now, that's on the people, isn't it?
I don't know. From what I saw, friends hit it again, and they were a little disappointed.
When I was driving to work that morning, it was pretty bad. Like, I mean, I was getting like little pebbles thrown at my window constantly, so.
It was not blocked off?
No, it was completely open. Like, they thought it was going to be dry by the time I went to work anyway.
Oh, come
and
on.
And it wasn't, drying up yet.
I told some friends to do. what they recommended last time. Go report, and they'll hopefully cover you. Yeah.
What is wrong? Just keep it. Why does my ringer come on at the most inopportune time?
Months and months, no ring.
I know it doesn't ring, and then all right, it's off now. Pardon the intrusion there, but I think it's happening this week in Lake Havasu on 95.
Oh gosh.
ADOT's going down there now, so.
Have fun. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man. That's going to be a busy area too. So I hope they are better prepared for that one.
Do we know what's going on at the Laughlin Bridge? Or it looks like, are they putting a storm drain or something? Are we not sure? They've been working on it for like a month now.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think they're expanding the road or something.
No, not even.
Is
really.
it all part of that ongoing? Well, no, that's not the same project. Casino Drive. That is a little. Let me tell you, people cannot. I think in the dark they can't see where they're going, because I have to tell you that this morning there were maybe 5 of the orange construction barrels that were completely flattened, and there were so many cones down. It was really crazy. It was like somebody literally drove over all of them. They probably did.
When I mentioned this, I remember when they started it. My giant truck can't fit through that.
I was going to say, I don't know how a big vehicle would, because those lanes are so narrow.
Because not a semi, there was a big F-250, a big truck, and I were going through it, and we were going so slow through it. And it's so weird going on the opposite of the road, too.
And some people,
I know.
you know what is really frustrating? When you're behind somebody that thinks that they can't go through the light because the only light that's working is the natural flow of traffic light, the regular light, right? But I'm talking about, well, Chris, you would know, you guys would know, near Golden Nugget, you know how there's a turning, a left turn lane?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that stays red the whole time, and the other 2 lights to go straight are green. So you have a person in front of you who is not going straight, even though there's only one lane, ladies and gentlemen. You can't turn, you can't do it. You have to do everything from this one lane, but because that turning arrow is red, she refuses to go straight. So now you have a whole bunch of cars behind you, like, oh, you can go through it. Oh, the light's red. But it's not really.
Oh, God.
But there's nothing they can do, I guess. They can't change the timers.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, are you talking about, is it one of those lights that when it flashes?
No, I'm talking about it being a solid red light, and the other 2 lights are green, right? But there's only one lane you can only go straight.
Nuts.
And because the arrow was red, and it's like a road that nobody even goes on over there. It's that like little turnabout or whatever. She was holding up traffic.
Well, my question is they've done it on every other light in Nevada where the left turn light
blinks,
starts flashing, so you can go at any time once traffic is clear, and that
makes me uncomfortable, because people pull out in front of me. Well, even though they got a green arrow and I got a green light, they still try making that turn for some reason. That makes me uncomfortable.
I don't know, that whole place down there is a mess, but it'll be worth it, in the end. And of course, it's always uncomfortable to have to go through any road construction. But when a road's not under construction?
Oh, thank gosh the Vegas one is done.
But wait, what are they doing? They're doing shoulder work now.
They're back?
Yeah,
already?
But it's shoulder work. And it's like, didn't you just have this multi-million-dollar project that took up 2 years, 3 years?
That was a long time.
I remember a few years ago they were doing a lot more work on Casino Drive, like along the entire run of it, and they had hired this company that it was delayed months, and it was such a headache to go through. It wasn't even funny. And then we ended up with all the artwork and stuff that is there now.
Oh, well, what gets me here is you can work throughout the whole winter if you wanted to, right? I mean, because you have nice weather. Projects back east would take, extra years, I would think, because they'd say, okay, well, it's still too cold to do things. But then again, do they ever cancel road construction in the summer because of the heat?
I think so.
Well, they do it at nighttime.
They do it at night, which, if you're not from here, the temperature differential is like 118 during the day, and it slips to 112 at night.
Wow, thank you, Tara.
Well, it's true. The sun sets, and you think that the temperatures are going to drop, and
That's
it's
hilarious.
108 at midnight.
You know what? Temperature drops. When we get to 5-day, there's a huge
Yes.
temperature drop. I didn't believe it. I had to Google it like 3
Yeah,
times.
no, I thought I did the weather graphic wrong. I was like, oh, are these the night times?
No, and I told you I'm a little concerned because I get to go out on Lake Havasu for the first time in my life. I've never been there. I'm excited on Friday.
Yay. That'd be
So.
awesome.
In a boat. It might be chilly. Well, that water's chilly, so I bet you it's going to be cold.
A little.
The water's always
if you're not
chilly.
in
though.
it though, so you're good. Unless you want.
Yeah, I know. Let's hope I'm not in it.
Oh. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness gracious. So we do have a lot of news to get to, so maybe we should just move right along here and take a look at Pet Watch.
I'm down if you are.
And Pet Watch is brought to you by Keepers of the Wild, one of our favorite places to visit in Valentine, Arizona, and should be one of yours as well. And our first pet today is, oh my gosh, this guy, Chad actually showed me this video yesterday. Look at this sweetheart. He's a Brindle Pit Bull Terrier, and he's been available since February, ladies and gentlemen. February 6th. He doesn't belong there.
Let's go ahead and go back to him a little bit longer.
Please, he needs a home.
No, he's not. He's got energy. He's an active dog, but he's relaxed enough that he would be good for any age. He's gentle, and he's just overlooked because of his size. Because he is a big dog, but very loving.
Oh.
And any energy he has, it's from being trapped in a cage all day since February.
Poor baby. He looks like
And he's 5 years old. Right here
Lot
we
of
have a
love.
Chihuahua who's white and cream, a 7-year-old male named Duke of Sunset. His owner passed away, and so Duke was taken to the shelter, and he's been available. Oh, he'll be available starting on October 15th.
Oh,
And he
another
was a
cutie
little
pie.
sweetheart too, little pudgy Chihuahua guy.
Oh. Oh, and now we have a little kitty here, this domestic short hair, brown tabby. She's, oh my God, only 3 months old, so
She was found under a trailer.
that's so sad. It's so sad for all of these animals. And ladies and gentlemen, look at that face. If you have room in your hearts and in your homes, and you can go to the shelter and pick one up, please do so. They need to get they need to get all of those animals out of that shelter. But you know what's scaring me, Chad, is that we're putting 3 pets on now.
Well, realistically, it used to be 3, and then they had cleared out the shelter quite a bit, and I went down to 2. So we're back to 3 again.
Yeah, we don't
So
want to see
it's
that
showing
happen.
a bad trend. And kittens and puppies grow up to be dogs and cats, and if you aren't really looking for a cat or a dog as an adult, like to grow up, then you shouldn't get a pet.
Right.
But
And sometimes things happen, and you have to turn your pet in, and thankfully they do the humane thing and don't just like leave it there. We've had those instances where
Several
people
of them.
will tie them up or worse.
drop
But
them over the fence.
anyway, like Chad said, if you can't take care of an animal, don't do it. Don't.
I know it's easy to want something, and if it's accessible to try and get it, but then all you're doing is hurting that animal and yourself, because it's heartbreaking if you ever have to turn an animal in.
Yes.
And for both the animal and the person.
And you know what happens too, like sometimes kids will aggravate their parents to no end, and kittens and puppies don't always make the best gifts. They really don't. Especially if you know that you're working 3 jobs and there's no way you're going to be able to take care of this, and the kids Yeah.
And then all that happens there is the animal doesn't learn discipline, and then it gets frustrating to deal with, and then, yeah, so if you don't have time. But, you know, make sure, if everybody would get their pet spayed and neutered, you know, it wouldn't be so much of a problem.
But if you can, head on over and pick up your new best friend. And why don't we take a look at today's weather?
I am in.
All right.
Yesterday, the official high in Laughlin and Bullhead City was 93 degrees. Kingman got up to 88, and Searchlight was only up to 82 degrees yesterday. This morning, we have a low of 64 degrees. And today, around the area, we're looking at a high of 91 in Las Vegas, 71 in Flagstaff, 96 in Phoenix, 82 in Los Angeles, and 96 degrees here in Laughlin and Bullhead City. Over in Mesquite, we're looking at having a high of 80, and Searchlight 87, 97 in Lake Havasu City, 76 in Prescott, and 86 in Kingman.
Ooh-wee. 71 in Flagstaff. I wonder when our temperatures drop by 25 degrees, how chilly it's going to be there, huh?
I know, right? It'll be like the 30s and to 50s easily.
That's way too cold for me.
Are you kidding?
I
It
want
snows
that
in Flagstaff.
Yeah, I want snow.
Oh, I thought you were saying I was wrong about the temperatures I was giving.
No.
No, and we're not wrong about anything here.
Never.
But, and I'm not going to be wrong by saying we're heading into a quick break, right?
No.
All right, we're going to do that, and we'll be back with High School Sports Spotlight and the Tri-State News. Don't go anywhere.
Today's morning show is brought to you by Hospice Compasses.
At the heart of who we are stands compassion, integrity, and excellence. Call Hospice Compasses for more information.
Cheeseburgers to check engine lights. Sundays to steering fluid. Birthday cakes to brake pads. For all your everyday needs, Co-op Connections is the one card that does it all.
Don't let your kids go home to an empty house. The Boys and Girls Club of the Colorado River provides safe and affordable after-school and summer programs, focusing on academic success, good character, healthy choices, and having fun with a purpose. These important programs are possible through the generosity of our community. Please contact the club to learn about programs for a young person in your life or how to become involved. At the Boys and Girls Club of the Colorado River, great futures start here.
Are you looking for a clean, stylish, and comfortable salon? You can expect excellence from the award-winning team of stylists at Salon by Houston. Just see what these customers had to say. Conveniently located on Highway 95, just south of Raymar, stop by Salon by Houston today. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 928-758-HAIR.
High School Sports Spotlight is brought to you by Barron Services Quality Experience and Family. With over 50 years of experience, Barron Services offers every client an unequaled customer experience, providing highest quality services in pest control, pool and landscaping, and commercial or residential security. For more information, visit us online at barronservices.us or give us a call at 928-758-5499. Electrum Internet, smart internet, smart choice, offering 3 plans, the Einstein, Newton, and Tesla plan. Want to learn more? Visit them online at electruminternet.com or give them a call at 888-600-2450. Electrum Internet Service. Sign up today. First Call Restoration, for the very best in cleaning services for carpet, upholstery, tile, and grout. And your first call for experts in water and fire damage, with exceptional customer service. Mojave Electric Cooperative. Download the Co-op Connections card app for savings on the go. Brought to you by Mojave Electric Cooperative. Welcome to today's edition of High School Sports Spotlight. Last Friday, Laughlin easily dismissed Mountain View Christian by a score of 49-6. Next Friday, they will be away facing their Cross River rival Malk at 3 p.m. And in volleyball, Lady Cougars beat Adelson last Wednesday, scored 2-1, and next week they will play a major away game against big-time rival Needles next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Flying with the T-Birds, Mojave had a great win last week. Our T-Birds did something they haven't done since 1977. Through a very intense game, they beat Mingus with final score being 29-28. Austin Foster covered 203 yards, Ryan Porter brought in 2 touchdowns, and Chris Flores and Raul Martinez both made 6 tackles. Next game is at home this Friday against the Coconino Panthers at 3:30. Spiraling over to River Valley, our Dust Devils beat Kingman immensely by 35 points. Score overall was 49-14. Oscar Diaz brought in 3 touchdowns, Alex Castillo racked up 11 tackles, and kicker Johnny Delgado went 7-7 with field goals. Next game for the Devils is against Northwest Christian on their home field at 7:30. Now taking it over to the Patriots, Malk took a tough loss against Baghdad. Final score 54-0. On the plus side, Lady Patriots had a terrific win against El Capitan on Saturday. Final score 3-0. Their next matchup is away today, where they will be facing Salome at 6 o'clock. All of our teams have been playing their best this week, and we wish them the best of luck for the games to come. This is your look at today's High School Sports Spotlight, and we will be right back on Take 2. High School Sports Spotlight is brought to you by Barron Services Quality Experience and Family. With over 50 years of experience, Barron Services offers every client an unequaled customer experience, providing highest quality services in pest control, pool and landscaping, and commercial or residential security. For more information, visit us online at barronservices.us or give us a call at 928-758-5499. Electrum Internet, smart internet, smart choice, offering 3 plans, the Einstein, Newton, and Tesla plan. Want to learn more? Visit them online at electruminternet.com or give them a call at 888-600-2450. Electrum Internet Service. Sign up today. First Call Restoration, for the very best in cleaning services for carpet, upholstery, tile, and grout. And your first call for experts in water and fire damage, with exceptional customer service. Mojave Electric Cooperative. Download the Co-op Connections card app for savings on the go. Brought to you by Mojave Electric Cooperative.
Mojave Skin and Cancer, conveniently located on Needles Highway in Laughlin and on Miracle Mile Road in Bullhead City. Visit MojaveSkinandCancer.com for more information.
Don Laughlin's Riverside Resort proudly presents Cash, Killer, and the King.
October 9th through the 13th.
The Red Hot Rock and Roll Tribute Show to the music of Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Elvis Presley. Cash, Killer, and the King. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Live in Don's Celebrity Theater.
October 9th through 13th.
Tickets on sale now. Call 800-227-3849 or online at riversideresort.com.
If you have Medicare, listen up. Medicare alone only covers 80% of your costs, leaving you to pay the rest. Understanding all the options can be downright confusing. That's why I love Health Markets, your insurance marketplace. They search thousands of plans to find a plan that's right for you. Plans that have prescription drug coverage, dental and vision care. Some may eliminate your out-of-pocket costs and no monthly premium.
Health Markets. Representatives are standing by to assist you 24/7. Don't wait. Call now.
Have you been thinking about relocating your existing business or even starting a new business? Laughlin Town Center is now under new ownership. Suites are available from 800 to over 2,000 square feet. The Laughlin Town Center is adjacent to the Needles Highway. An abundance of potential customers driving by every day, and there's plenty of parking along with well-manicured trees and shrubs surrounding the property. An absolutely awesome opportunity for your future. Call Mary Ellen Viraldi at 702-298-6542.
Today's news is brought to you by Electrum Internet. Smart Internet, smart choice. Visit them online at electruminternet.com or give them a call at 888-600-2450. Electrum Internet. Sign up today. And now, the Tri-State News with Tara Haywood.
And welcome back once again. Now in an update to a story that we've been following closely. The Mojave County Sheriff's Office reports that their week-long search for a missing adult male has come to a sad ending. According to a department press release, at approximately 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, MCSO deputies responded to a desert area off of the I-40 near Shinnerump Drive in reference to a deceased male subject. Upon arrival, deputies identified the male as Bruce Downey, 70 years old, of Kingman, who had been reported missing back on September 29th. Downey's body was conveyed by the Mojave County Medical Examiner's Office, who will perform an autopsy to determine the cause of death. Now, this investigation is ongoing, and no further information has been made available at this time. The Bullhead City Fire Department issued a public statement yesterday to always pay close attention while driving, as distracted driving is naturally one of the major causes of vehicular crashes. And this statement immediately followed an accident involving the BCFD's latest piece of apparatus. The department reports that shortly after 3 p.m. on Monday, yesterday afternoon, their new state-of-the-art M711 ambulance sustained heavy damage in a motor vehicle accident near 1626 Highway 95. The M711 had been placed into service just 6 days prior. Fortunately, BCFD says that the unit and the crew were not responding to a call at the time of the incident and that there were no injuries reported. While the cause of the accident remains under investigation by the Bullhead City Police Department, BCFD stressed the importance for drivers to always be aware of their surroundings and to keep 100% of their attention on driving at all times. No further information was released regarding the accident, however. Mojave County Sheriff's Office detectives are seeking the public's assistance in identifying a male subject that was located deceased on Saturday. At approximately 9:15 a.m., deputies were called to a business in the 1300 block of McCulloch Boulevard in Lake Havasu City. The reporting party advised that he'd located a male subject floating face down in between two rental boats and that the subject appeared to be deceased. Detectives responded to the scene and began their investigation, noting that the deceased was fully clothed with his shoes on. There were no obvious signs of trauma or foul play were observed during the investigation, and they also did not find any identification on the man. The deceased is described as an Asian male, approximately 5'6" to 5'10" tall, weighing about 200 pounds, with dark graying hair, and he's believed to be between 40 and 50 years old. The Mojave County Medical Examiner's Office will perform an autopsy to determine the cause of death, and MCSO says that this is an ongoing investigation. Now, if you have any information on this incident or believe you can identify the deceased, please give the Mojave County Sheriff's Office a call, their Detectives Division, at 928-753-0753. In a separate incident, MCSO received another report of human remains found on Saturday at approximately 1:30 p.m. Deputies responded to a desert area northeast of Corral Drive in Lake Havasu City in reference to human remains found. The reporting party advised that he'd located the remains in a wash near the desert area around his residence, and he immediately called law enforcement. Detectives responded to the scene and they began their investigation. The remains were turned over to the medical examiner's office, and identification of the deceased is pending further investigation. Several subjects were arrested late last week as a result of another Mojave Area General Narcotics Enforcement Team investigation. Over the past several months, detectives with the Lake Havasu City Police Department Special Investigations Unit, which is part of Magnet, has been conducting an investigation into a subject reportedly selling drugs from a residence in the 3300 block of Thunderbird Drive. On October 3rd, at approximately 8:35 in the evening, the Special Investigations Unit, with the assistance of Lake Havasu City PD's Criminal Investigation Unit, the SWAT team, and La Paz County Narcotic Task Force canine detectives, they served a search warrant at the Thunderbird residence. During the search, they found several prescription-only pills and numerous items of drug paraphernalia. As a result, 36-year-old Lake Havasu City resident Thomas Nichols was arrested for possession of narcotics and possession of paraphernalia. Rosemary Scott, a 22-year-old from Parker, was arrested for possession of marijuana and possession of drug paraphernalia. Martin Kennedy, 54, of Lake Havasu, was arrested for possession of prescription pills and drug paraphernalia. And Lucky Thill, a 28-year-old from Lake Havasu City, was arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. Now, charges are also pending for 2 additional Lake Havasu City residents, and this investigation is ongoing. And our news will be ongoing as well, but we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you after that.
$20 million Americans without adequate internet speeds.
Rural areas are abandoned.
Introducing
Electron is here.
Electron is the solution.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, this may be the most important phone call you'll ever make.
I owed $87,000 in taxes. But listen,
your tax problem is settled. You only owe $3,500.
what a great message.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, then you owe it to yourself to call this number. Let our experts help guide you through the process of negotiating a tax settlement. Call this number or go to tax10000.com.
The Boys and Girls Club of the Colorado River encourages you to donate local, shop local, and support local at the club's thrift store in Bullhead City. Donate your gently used items. Shop at the thrift store for great bargains to support programs for our local youth. It's that easy. Also, volunteers are always needed. The Boys and Girls Club of the Colorado River. Great futures start here.
And now, the Tri-State News with Tara Haywood.
And welcome back once again. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department is currently investigating the report of a fight that sent one victim to the hospital with injuries. According to Lieutenant Jeff Hughes, officers responded to the 1900 block of Laughlin's Casino Drive shortly after 3 a.m. on Saturday. Upon arrival, the victim told officers that he'd been involved in a fight with 2 suspects. The victim was treated for non-life-threatening injuries at Warmsea, and Hughes said that they are working to positively identify the suspects involved. Bullhead City Animal Care and Welfare officers are looking for 2 dogs and their owner for standard quarantine procedures after a recent dog bite. On Friday evening, October 4th, a 19-year-old female victim reported that she'd been walking in the alley behind Fast Trip in the 1100 block of Highway 95 with her boyfriend when she was attacked by a dog. She said that a man, who she described as being a tall white male with brown hair, was walking with 2 white German shepherds, and one of the dogs broke loose and began to attack her. Fortunately, the victim's boyfriend was able to get the dog away, but not before the woman was bitten on her stomach and hip areas. The man allegedly ran away, yelling at the dogs to follow him. The victim reported that she thought he was calling boy and girl for the dogs' names. One dog was wearing a collar and the other one had a harness. ACW officers searched the area but were unable to find the dogs. If anyone has any information, you're urged to contact the Bureau of Animal Care and Welfare at 928-763-6000. Now, we mentioned this on Friday's newscast, but it certainly bears repeating. Several thousand students from 11 tri-state area public, charter, and private schools will have the chance to meet with dozens of college, trade schools, military, and career professionals at the Colorado River Union High School District's 6th Annual College and Career Expo. That expo happens today, Tuesday, at the Anderson Auto Group Fieldhouse. This is the first time that the expo will be held at the Fieldhouse. And later tonight, a free parent college prep boot camp will be held at the Fieldhouse from 5 to 7 and will focus on college application assistance, college prep exam courses, financial aid information, and more. Now, Mojave Community College is both a sponsor and presenter at the event, and MCC President Dr. Stacy Klippenstein says that the college is very excited to partner with CRUSH and will help provide students throughout the region such a great opportunity to see the options available to them. The daytime portion is open only to students whose schools will provide transportation, but the evening session is open to both parents and students. And on tomorrow, students will receive assistance with applications to colleges, community colleges, including non-degree certificate programs, other universities, and trade schools. Klippenstein's and CRUSH Career Technical Education, or CTE, Director Gina Covert noted the importance of filling out a free application for federal student aid, or of course, as you know, the FAFSA form. It really can mean the difference between scholarships, grants, and free or low-cost education versus college debt. Additional details about the Parent College Prep Boot Camp can be found on the CRUSH and MCC websites and on social media. The Mojave County Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue Team was hard at work once again this weekend, including helping to find a couple who'd become lost in the Standard Wash on Saturday night. MCSO received a call from a 70-year-old female who said that she and her 70-year-old husband had been four-wheeling in the wash, which is just south of Lake Havasu City. She went on to say that they were traveling in a Jeep Wrangler and had plenty of water and supplies, but they just couldn't find their way back to Highway 95. Searchers were activated from both Havasu and Kingman, and they began a search in a route and location search. While searching, however, another off-roader found them and helped to lead them out to the main road. So definitely a happy ending there, but MCSO would like to use this opportunity to remind anyone venturing out into the desert to be sure to pack extra water and supplies such as blankets, snacks, and a first aid kit in the event of an emergency. Now, here's a great opportunity that we'd like to pass along to you. Silver Rider Transit is currently looking for full-time drivers in the Laughlin area. If you're at least 25 years old with a clean driving record and possess a Class A license and be CDL with a passenger endorsement and have a current medical card, you can arrange for an on-the-spot interview now. Starting wage is $13 per hour with fully paid training, up to 4 weeks paid time off annually, and a complete benefit package for those who qualify. And if you're interested, you're encouraged to bring your required documents to 260 East Laughlin Civic Drive today. And that is a look at this morning's news. We are going to head into a quick break, and we will head into a quick break and we'll be right back after that.
Today's morning show is brought to you by Hospice Compasses. At the heart of who we are stands compassion, integrity, and excellence. Call Hospice Compasses for more information.
Mary and Shirley both need oxygen. Shirley lost her freedom the day she went on oxygen, but Mary has the ultra-compact Inogen 1 G4 oxygen concentrator from Inogen. It's the smallest and lightest model we've ever made, so she'll always have the oxygen she needs anytime, anywhere. The sooner you call, the sooner you can reclaim the freedom and independence you deserve. Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial.
Call 800-371-3730. That's 800-371-3730.
Silver Rider, your dependable and timely transportation system in Laughlin. Scheduled routes in Laughlin 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Right along Casino Drive and into the residential areas of Laughlin every day, all day. Silver Rider also offers senior transit with trips to Bullhead City for doctor's appointments and shopping.
We have weekly trips to Las Vegas and even trips once a month to Needles. Warm in the winter and cool in the summer. The Silver Rider fleet is comfortable, clean, and efficient.
Are you looking for a clean, stylish, and comfortable salon? You can expect excellence from the award-winning team of stylists at Salon by Houston. Just see what these customers had to say. Conveniently located on Highway 95, just south of Raymar, stop by Salon by Houston today. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 928-758-HAIR.
And welcome back. So we were just talking about Monday Night Football. I don't know if you guys watched that game last night, but if you're a 49ers fan, maybe your long wait is over. They're the real deal. My gosh. Right? Joe, you watched the game?
Yeah, they took control of that whole field yesterday.
It really looked like amateur hour on the other side of that game. And, oh, excuse me. I know that there was so much hype all year about the Cleveland Browns, that this was going to be their breakout year and everything, and they've not yet lived up to those expectations. But Jimmy Garoppolo, I just think he's tremendous, and, you know, kind of cried the day that the Patriots let him go. But he had to. He was, you know, he couldn't be in Brady's shadow forever. He deserves to be a starting quarterback, and I'm glad that he's doing well there. But Joe, you pointed out the defensive side of the ball,
yes. Yeah, I saw a lot of sacks that game, and Bosa.
Oh, Bosa, right? And that's all you heard throughout the whole game. Like, the announcers were saying, "What a game!" Because he was amazing. And of course, his dad played in the NFL, and his brother, it's Nick, Joey, and John, right? Nice Italian family there. But they were all first-round draft picks, and the only other family to have that, a father and sons who were in first round, were the Mannings.
Yes.
So, but anyway, it was a great game, and I'll tell you, they're a force to be reckoned with.
My uncle's super excited about their performance this year.
Really?
He's a huge, die-hard fan of the 49ers my entire life.
Oh, well,
so
I
it's
mean,
nice for him.
you know, back in the glory days, I mean, you had Joe Montana, you had Jerry Rice, Steve Young, you had just, wow.
Endless talent.
Yeah. Another football-related story. Somebody's taken a little bit of heat.
I couldn't believe that.
And what we're talking about is, apparently Ellen DeGeneres went to the Cowboys-Packers game, and I guess Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, invited her to sit up in the cool people place. And who did she sit next to? That's right, former President Bush. And how could you do it, Ellen?
Can I just say, if any former president, including Obama, invited me, even though he didn't invite her, but if I had the opportunity to sit next to any former United States president, no matter what party they are a member of, I would take it, because that's an amazing experience.
I have said that time and time and time again. And, you know, it's respect for the office, respect for the person. But the thing is, it wasn't just happenstance that she sat there, and she actually told people, she's like, I consider him a friend. And yes, we may have political differences. She said that everybody's saying, what is a gay liberal doing sitting next to a conservative? She's like, actually eating nachos. and he owes me $6 for the nachos. And she handled it in true Ellen fashion, and I love her. I mean, I think she's passionate about her causes, but she's not somebody that calls people out. She doesn't call people names.
She's not judgy.
She's not.
She believes like every American should have their the freedom to have their own opinion on stuff.
Yeah, and she said it. She's like, I mean, we can have differences of opinions. We can have different political views, but I just want to see people get along. And that is what I've stressed for so long. I hated when they brought politics into sports.
Oh, or entertainment, period. Like, it has no business at an awards ceremony.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You take everything away from people, but sports was the one thing that I don't care where you're from, race, creed, color, nothing. It doesn't matter. You have your blind devotion to your team. And honestly, you have a devotion to the sport. You love it. You can love to hate your friend who's a Lions fan if you're a Packers fan, you know?
Wait, are you telling me that friendship should transcend politics?
Bingo! Really, it really should. But can you...
First off, everybody, like I said, everybody should have their, and is entitled to their beliefs and their political stance. It is nobody else's place to determine what somebody else should believe and what their political stance should be. And if you have a friend that's opposite of you, who cares? You guys can get along and you guys can debate it if you want, or you can avoid that subject altogether, which is, I think, what's more recommended. But you should respect the other's opinion and not try to force them into something that they don't agree with, or tell them they can't be friends with somebody just because they're on the opposite end of the spectrum.
And I think that you must lead a very isolated life if you don't have friends who have different opinions on different things,
Exactly.
you know? So, but you have to broaden your horizons.
I don't know if you saw it, but Ellen not long ago did her stand-up routine again, and it's been years since she's done it, but she was so funny in the stand-up routine. She went off about her, they didn't want her to do it because they said she can't relate to people anymore. So she was talking about how she had Gerard, her butler, run her a bath while she sat in the bath and contemplated different ways in her $300 million, and she just played into it. And that's her true fashion right there.
Yeah, I think she's honestly a true good person who, she wasn't born with the silver spoon in her mouth. She made herself who she was, and kudos to her. Good for her.
And she did take that huge hit in the 90s.
Yes, she did.
When everything was almost taken away from her, and she recovered from it, and she showed that people can go on, and so she's an amazing person all the way around.
Yeah, and that was great, and I loved it. I think if I had the opportunity to sit next to the Bushes, I would be so excited, because didn't he always seem like he was like the kind of guy you would just want to like hang out with?
I wasn't necessarily a fan of Bush as president, but I would still be honored to sit next to him.
Right, and that's what I think everybody said about him. He just looks like he would be fun to sit next to. But we have to take a look at our, I guess, surprising 5-day weather.
Let's check it out. Today we have a high of 97 degrees with winds from the west-southwest at 8 miles an hour. Tomorrow, a high of 96 with winds from the south at 17 miles an hour. On Thursday, we have winds from the north at 34 miles an hour, and the temperatures plummet to 73 degrees. On Friday, they pick up a little bit to 77, and on Saturday, we're back up to 83. Over on the west coast, we have Vancouver at 54, Seattle at 50, and Portland at 56 degrees. That's cold.
Brr, that's cold and raw weather. No. Thank you, Chad.
Anytime.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
And thank you all, each and every one of you, for tuning in on all of our platforms. We will be right back here tomorrow at 7. Have a great day, everyone.
Today's morning show has been brought to you by
A Golden Nugget Laughlin. Experience a new kind of reward. Sign up for the 24 Karat Select Club today.
The preceding presentation of the morning show is intended for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the show without the express written consent of TV2 KLBC is strictly prohibited.
The Boys and Girls Club of the Colorado River encourages you to donate local, shop local, and support local at the club's thrift store in Bullhead City. Donate your gently used items. Shop at the thrift store for great bargains to support programs for our local youth. It's that easy. Also, volunteers are always needed. The Boys and Girls Club of the Colorado River. Great futures start here.